Hey, the Mad Hermit here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get the Yule hat in Shroud of the Avatar Pre Alpha Release 13. This hat is a rare item that only can be obtained in Pre Alpha Release 13 and is part of something called the Grand Tour that started in Pre Alpha Release 10. In that release, players were able to get the exclusive Cavalier's hat, followed by the Carnival Mask Tricorn hat. In Pre-Alpha Release 12, the coveted Pilgrim's hat was available. And now in Release 13, the Yule hat. To get this hat, you'll have to locate and talk to various tour guides located throughout the Hidden Vale. You can start the quest by talking to any tour guide, but we're going to start in Braemar. Here you'll need to locate the tour guide who can be found in the middle of the village. Double left clicking on the tour guide will start the quest, where he'll reveal the various locations you'll have to travel to in order to obtain your Yule hat reward. Once your journal has been updated, we'll travel north on the main road to the first of 5 of our destinations. About 2/3 of the way up, we will veer left toward the player-owned town of Hultrot. Yes, you can own towns as well as houses in Shroud of the Avatar. Heading west, we'll find the plains of Rhyannon. And to give you a little better perspective on where that is, I'll rotate and zoom the camera out. You can see Owl's Head is off to the north by the mountains. The tour guide on this map is not too far away and can be found hiding behind a rock. We're going to head toward the rock that is right in front of us. And once we get to that rock, we are going to veer left and head for the next rock, and that's where our tour guide is. Now there's a lot of hostile creatures in this area, so I'm gonna kind of hug around the right side of the rock and try to have a quick conversation with the tour guide. And while he waddles his way toward me, I'm gonna take a few arrows to the gut, but you have to stay long enough for the text to say your visit is recorded if you want to get credit for this leg of the tour. Okay, once you're done with that, we're going to leave the plains of Rhyannon and we're going to head back to Hultrot and back on the Vale Road north to Owl's Head, where the rest of the locations where we can find tour guides will be. Once in Owl's Head, we are going to go deep into what I call the Noble District and head to the Market Square. There you'll find a tour guide wearing your hat and posing with a reindeer. Double left click on him to start the conversation and make sure that you get the message your visit is recorded before you continue. Our next stop is the Graff Gem Mines, and you can get there by going to the Lunar Rift in Owl's Head and hovering your cursor over the glowing orb. It'll change destination points, and when it gets to Graff Gem Mines or Gem Mines Surface, you're going to click that to be teleported to the Gem Mines. There you're going to see a tour guide waiting for you right at the entrance. He's going to be the last of the easy, low-hanging fruit tour guides you'll encounter. Once you've done what you need to do, we're going to go visit the second tour guide at this location. And that tour guide happens to be inside the Graff Gem Mines. So we are going to follow this path to the right. I believe the left path will also take you there. I believe they both wrap around to the mine entrance, but I'm going to the right, and if you want to save yourself some time perhaps, then follow my lead. You're going to go right, follow this path over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. Down there's a bear. We're not going to go visit him. We'll pass through this narrow passageway, and there are creatures to fight here. I've vanquished some of them to make this trek a little easier. And I'm going to, do my best running back evasive maneuvers to get around these guys here, just to show you where you want to go. So you're going to go through this tunnel and around that kobold. And this is the pit, essentially. And down there is where the mine is. And we're going to take a look at the entrance to the mine. And pretty much that's where you want to be, down there. Once inside, you are going to go straight back to the opposite wall. And once you get to this opposite chamber, it's pretty easy. You're going to follow these tracks all the way down. There's plenty of corridors to get detoured, but if you focus on staying on this track and going down a couple levels, you should be fine. You'll be able to find that tour guide without too much trouble at all. Now, there are creatures. I've cleaned a lot of them out, and as you can see, their bodies lay in waste there, but you will find your tour guide with a happy reindeer next to him. And I find it best to jump in this barrel. It's easier to target the tour guide and talk to him and complete this leg of the tour. Now, I made it look easy. It's going to look more like this the first time you get there. So pack a lunch. Okay, our final tour guide is located in Wynton's Folly, and Wynton's Folly is located in the southwestern corner of the map in the arid desert, which is a new biome in Shroud of the Avatar Pre Alpha Release 13. You can get there by starting from Braemar and going around these mountains. You can go around them on the north side, or as I'm doing it here, around them from the south side. Keep in mind, when you are not walking on roads, you greatly increase the chances of being pulled into a random encounter. So this might not have been the best choice, but I was able to make it in one shot. You'll know you're in Wynton's Folly when you see the large rock formation. And we're going to head toward that formation, but we're going to stay to the left. And we're going to look for this opening on the left side of the map and squeeze our way through it. And once we are through this, we are going to start seeing some structures like an abandoned village or something like that. And we're going to pass this small house and we're headed for that bigger house. Of course, there's a lot of skeletal warriors waiting for you, but there's also the tour guide. So we're going to make a beeline for him and we're going to quickly have that last and final conversation that we need while taking a few hits and running away so we can enjoy our reward. But there's the rub. This time around, you'll have to talk to any of the tour guides one final time to actually receive your award. That's a little bit different than how it's been done in the past. I made that mistake this time around and had to go back to my tour guide, take another beating, and complete the quest conversation to actually get the reward. And that's how you get the Yule hat in Shroud of the Avatar Pre Alpha Release 13. Okay, a little order of business before I go. Massively is soliciting votes for the most anticipated MMO of 2015 and beyond. Shroud of the Avatar is among those being nominated and is currently in first place. If you're looking forward to Shroud of the Avatar as I am, I encourage you to vote. I'll put a link to how you can vote below. Also, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments, leave them below. If you're loving my channel, please subscribe to it so you are caught up with all the latest releases and bits of information that I provide. Until next time.